What's the best Wi-Fi name you've seen? I caused a small family panic when I named it Disconnected. My spouse changed our to Loading. I'll never get back the time I put into trying to fix it. Mine is Connecting. I named mine Searching. It was super effective. Password invalid, retry. My favorite was, Mom, click here for internet. Calling it now that someone else's mother who has visited their child within that Wi-Fi router's range has tried to connect to it. Chipotle. Guess there's no Chipotle nearby. It's stupid shit like this that cracks me up the most. I don't know why. I set my house network as McDonald's free Wi-Fi. My mother thought I legitimately got a Wi-Fi plan from McDonald's. There is no McDonald's nearby. We're not allowed to have our own routers on campus, so I named mine AT&T Mobile Hotspot. Gotta go for something less obvious like John's iPhone. I was in room 132 at my college dorm. I named it room 134's Wi-Fi. Go back to California when I had just moved to Texas, and had CA plates on my car still. F. My favorite is it's on the back of the router. Edit, on the back of the router it would say ask, my name, for password. My Wi-Fi password for a while was on the router. Hilarity ensued. The following password was it didn't change. My buddy has password there is no password. Password. The password was Wi-Fi. Set your Wi-Fi password to 4 words all uppercase. Then, when someone asks, tell them, 1 word all lowercase, 4 words all uppercase. Rebellious Amish family. The most notable, and my least favorite. I can hear you masturbating. I lived in an apartment with thin walls. I was really self-conscious after that. Do you guys make a lot of noise while masturbating? I usually sing yodel to speed up the process. My younger brother set his mobile hotspot to hot singles in your area and I'm never gonna get over it. I fucked Jenny. Landlord's wife. I had a friend who had that. Hated his landlord, but the landlord couldn't find out which tenant was broadcasting it. The friend had it hooked up to a battery so the landlord couldn't cut the power to find out whose it was. We don't have Wi-Fi. Password was I don't know. Hilarious when anyone asked him how to get on his Wi-Fi. It was like a vaudeville routine. Guy walks into a bar and asks the bartender, what's the Wi-Fi password? The bartender replies, you need to buy a beer first. So the guy buys a beer, and asks again, what's the Wi-Fi password? The bartender replies, you need to buy a beer first. All lowercase, no spaces or punctuation. Friends of mine did a similar thing at a party once. They taped up a huge banner on the wall that said Eat I Wimwood Made. Everyone was asking what it meant. Friends responded, if I tell you what it means will you get me a beer? Almost everyone who asked didn't get it and came back to them with a fresh beer. Totally safe Wi-Fi, no spyware. Promise and let it open, without password. Haha, I've got my guest network SSID as very free Wi-Fi, no virus. My 2.4 GHz is click here for virus. The 5 GHz network is click here for virus fast. Malware.exe. 5G coronavirus test number 1 strength, 500%. Cracks Shack, which wasn't exactly creative, but we later found out that the owners were arrested for selling drugs. Easy way to tell customers how to get there. Just drive up 5th until your phone sees the Cracks Shack Wi-Fi. You'll know which house it is. Was at a church in some neighborhood. Jesus has left the building. The church down the road from me has Immaculate Connection as its Wi-Fi name. This LAN is my LAN. Lord of the Pings, passwordless lag. I jokingly set up a hotspot called Free Wi-Fi Airport, name, while waiting for a delayed plane. I shut it down after 5 minutes cause my phone was getting dosed by many people trying to connect to it. Edit, sniffing traffic could be illegal in your country. Do this in your home lab, but for the sake of God don't start spamming fake hotspots and allow people to connect to them. The less experience you have, the more likely you're doing something that could be considered a felony. Also, be careful when using networks you're not controlling and to take appropriate measures if you're handling data that could be harmful to you, your company or others. My neighbor had two brothers chilling in a hot tub. Is this the Krusty Krab? The password was "No, this is Patrick." I used this one for my hotspot. Nobody has tried to connect to it yet, but I'm hoping one day they will. The best Wi-Fi name that I found led me on an elaborate adventure. It was called Help Kidnapped Girl, Floor 9, Apartment 30C. On the door of that apartment was a post-it note that instructed me to go into the basement where there was a stash of free marshmallows. Grabbed enough to add into a cup of white hot chocolate. Meanwhile, the poor girl is still being held at Floor 9, Apartment 30C. Kidnapper A, what are we going to do about the Wi-Fi? She changed the name. Kidnapper B, switch it off real quick, they will find out. Kidnapper A, but neighbors will find it weird if power is on and Wi-Fi is off. Kidnapper C, just stick a post-it outside and put some marshmallows downstairs. 3 days later. A, how many more packets do we need to buy? The cops have been called numerous times, but they always end up leaving with a handful of marshmallows. How sinister. I was in the back of a bus and the Wi-Fi name was "Say Chicken Nuggets." I yelled "Chicken Nuggets" to the front of the bus. Someone replied "No spaces." I didn't get it at first, but after like 5 minutes I was like, wait, put in "Chicken Nuggets" for the password and I was in. When my grandma was getting her Wi-Fi set up, we asked her what she'd say to people who asked for her Wi-Fi. She said that she would tell them to go to hell, so that's now her password. So whenever people ask for the Wi-Fi password, she tells them, go to hell. My dad named ours Not Your Wi-Fi because we had neighbors who moved in who were stealing our Wi-Fi. They had kids our age and I was hanging out with one of them. When they said they had Wi-Fi, I said, oh how? And they said that no one from the Wi-Fi company came by, but they still managed to get some from somewhere. He didn't know where. Turns out his parents were using our Wi-Fi and not telling them because they didn't want them telling us and us telling our parents, us being me and my little brother. My dad said the Wi-Fi had been slower. I told him what the kid said and he immediately locked the Wi-Fi. We didn't know there wasn't a password set on it. So then came the dad joke Wi-Fi name, Not Your Wi-Fi. I'm under your bed and I look at you while you are asleep. Martin Router King. I mean mine is LAN Solo, which is pretty great. I was driving around Europe the summer of 2008 and the only way I had to access the internet was through internet cafes or connecting my laptop to random open Wi-Fis. One night I parked in a somewhat secluded area to sleep and got horny, so I grabbed my laptop and did a Wi-Fi search. Found one and it was named Sanishta, meaning don't stay here or don't be here. I went really fast away from that spot. Password is taco. But the password was not taco. Bathroom cam 1. My brother's neighbor has a dog that won't stop yipping. One of his other neighbors has their Wi-Fi named Shut Your Damn Dog Up Dwayne. About 8 years ago, I lived in an apartment above a barking dog, so I named mine Shut Your Damn Dog Up. 5 years ago I moved into a condo directly above a sports bar/restaurant. I kept the Wi-Fi name. Servers and bartenders get asked about it almost daily. I've personally seen it happen a dozen times while I've been in there, and people often screenshot it and post to Facebook or Instagram. My neighbor's is named Go Away Dave. I really want to know what Dave did to deserve such infamy. A friend of mine named his Wi-Fi Pimp Daddy. I happened to work with his neighbor and she figured out we knew each other. One day she asked why he called his Wi-Fi Pimp Daddy. I had no idea, but I mentioned to him that she had asked. The next day she came in and said he's renamed his Wi-Fi to Nosy Neighbor. I named mine I don't know. Password, I can't remember but I know it's long. Friend, what's your Wi-Fi? Me. I don't know. He quickly figures that one out. Friend, what's the password? Me, I can't remember but I know it's long. Friend, what? Really? Oh wait, is it literally I can't remember but I know it's long? What's the best Wi-Fi name you've seen? Leave a comment. And subscribe to this channel if you wanna see more same videos.